I noticed this meme online in videos, and where people where a meme that of a quantum fields theory that says nothing exists unless it is being perceived. Now, if you do not understand my theory and you just like have a broad like you think you understand what I'm saying, you would say, yeah, that's exactly what you mean. You see, you're not uh, you're not adding anything new to the table. But that's wrong. Not only is it wrong, it's the opposite of what I'm saying. Let me explain. When you say nothing exists unless it is being perceived, you have to think about what you mean by exists. If you mean exists as in exists in perception, then nothing exists in perception unless it is being perceived. That's a tautology. That's obvious, but that doesn't add anything. That's just like saying nothing is blue unless it is blue. So, and if you mean that exists means exist in a physical, objective reality that's shared by everyone, well, you have to. So you think that's connected. You think that's the same thing, objective reality, and shared by everyone. But the theory says no. The theory says that's not true. My theory, like metadimensional, segmented aspects. The theory says that this shared reality on where we both agree on, that's what I call a wakeful union. It's not a monopoly on what's true. It's just a club, and there are many like that. And it's just a disposition of reconciliation between the accounts of a shared semantic context that is wakeful physical reality, what you call physical reality. But what it actually, when you say nothing exists unless it is being perceived, what you're actually trying to say is that it doesn't matter. You're trying to say that there's a tautology here, that something being perceived by everyone is the same as something is being, something exists. But that's not true. It's also as if the thing that is being perceived produces the perception of it, in the sense of there being an experience. It all assumes that there is no such thing as experience. Experience is just comes along for the ride. It's not fundamental. It's just a derivative of the physical. It's a derivative of the objective. And when you believe that, you get to a sentence like, nothing exists unless it is being perceived. But that's obviously not true. If, for example, I repeat this example. I put my laundry in a laundry machine. I put the wrong program and I leave the house, and I come back. Is it the claim that you're trying to say that the shirts haven't been ruined by me putting in the clothes in the washing machine in the wrong program? Are you saying that they got ruined when I entered the house, when I returned? Is that the claim? I don't think that is the claim. The same about if you think about, let's say, some kind of a disease. You don't think that a disease emerges out of thin air. You know there have been markers before that, and you monitor them. Even though you don't feel it, you monitor them, and only then, by that, you understand that there was something wrong all along. It's not, and if you don't perceive it, it just gets worse when you do. So things happen in the background, even when not being perceived. And yeah, so I'm not arguing at all that something exists and nothing exists unless it is being perceived. What I am arguing is that the thing that you think is being perceived, you think it's becoming existent or non-existent, has nothing to do with whether you perceive it or not, but it has a lot to do with whether it affects you or not. So something can exist and not affect you, and something can exist and affect you and not someone else. And it's just, there's something fundamentally incorrect about this kind of argumentation, that nothing exists unless it is being perceived.